Hello my beautiful viewers on my channel. This is the last video for tonight. My view on the state of the world as it is in 2024. Well, I hope and pray that this insane war in Ukraine ends. They need to get around the negotiating table and sort this out and end this war. I've just come to the conclusion with humanity, and I truly believe this. We are a childlike race. We are a childlike race. We've created that many nuclear bombs that could end this world countless times over, which any sane person would say is insanity. We're messing about with AI, which is more insanity, as well. It's madness, absolute madness. I know we need armies to protect our way of life. I totally understand that, what have you. But it's the issue in Israel, and I'm not taking sides. That stuff's been going on since biblical times. And personally, I think that stuff will still be going on when we're long dead and gone. To be sad and tragic to say it, but that's what I think. I don't think they want peace, both sides. But I'm no expert. What else? But you have to ask yourself, who causes all the problems in the world, right, on the whole? It's the global elites, world leaders, and the super rich. They cause the problems. We all saw in the pandemic who keeps this country running. It was your lorry drivers, it was your nurses, it was your doctors. It was people who work in shops, people who work in supermarkets, people who clean the streets, people who take the rubbish. They're the people who keep this world running. Not your scumbag world leaders, I mean, Tony Blair. I mean, that guy, Tony Blair, he's like a turd that won't flush. Alistair Campbell's the same. He's another turd that won't flush. Two effing scumbags. And I voted for that prick. Tony Blair, Tony Blair, the best thing he could do, right, is work for Colgate with those teeth he's got and sell toothpaste. Mr. Toothpaste Man. You know what I mean? And Jeremy bloody Corbyn, what a disaster he was. Best thing Jeremy Corbyn could do, as I've said many times on this channel, be the woke leader. Rainbow shirt, CND badge, this badge, that badge, the other. He can self-identify as what he wants. Sandals, acoustic guitar, singing the John Lennon classic, Imagine. Imagine all the people, la 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 la, what oh, that fucking idiot. And his brother, Piers Corbyn, have you seen that guy? That guy should needs to be in a mental institution. That guy, he's mentally ill, in my opinion. And I know a lot about mental illness, trust me. What have you? Wars don't solve anything, really. Really. I mean, it's the 21st century. And we can't find some peaceful way of solving our issues on this planet. The whole planet is, don't they say, on a cosmic scale, is like a speck of sand on the beach, and we can't solve problems without resorting to wars, which nobody wants. And I don't believe people in Russia, the young in Russia, want this war. I don't believe it. I think the young, they don't want wars. I don't think the young want wars. They're more interested in saving the planet than wars. We need an end to wars once and for all. And start working towards peace, and all billions spent on space travel and getting real Starship Enterprises and going exploring the universe, and living on Mars and living on the moon. That should be humanity's future, not this insanity that we have on this bloody planet. I'll tell you a quick little story, right? I watched a paranormal show once, right? And he was a guy. He did bad things. He got shot in it. It's in America. He got shot in it in America, and he had one of these out of the body experiences. It wasn't the classic out of the body experiences, where you go down the tunnel and you meet your relatives. At the end of it, you took into this like fucking pit, which is like a volcano, and all demons were there and all the rest of it. You know, the classic picture of hell. Anyway, his friends who were there, old friends who died years ago, came up and said to him, "Don't come here, there's no escape. There's no parole, there's none of that, there's nothing. There's no escape, don't come here." You know, what have you. And when he woke up from that, it scared him that much. Right? Because to this day, I remember watching it on the Paranormal Show, he says it was as real as me talking to you via this camera now. And he's a vicar now. The guy, the religious vicar type guy in America, it scared him that much. So, all these evil bastards in the world, right, sorry for saying that, all these shitbags and all these corrupt world leaders, that's where they're going. You know? And all the peace-loving peoples of the world, they're going to heaven with the angels. You know? And you can't, all these billionaires with all the wealth, Elon Musk, Bill Gates and all these other scumbags, you can't take any of that wealth with them to the next life. None of it. Not one penny of it. And what have you. You know? And if they're evil, they're going to hell. Just like that guy went. Mark my words. Come to God. Yeah. Find God. And what have you. Put your salvation in God like I have. Because he's going to save the world eventually. He's going to come back. And he'll rule the world with fairness, honesty, truth, justice. All the things, all the great things people have died for thousands of years. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening. See you on the next one.